This journey back in time takes us to 1949 and the building of the Airport Parkway in Pittsburgh, PA, from the Steubenville Pike interchange down to the Montour Run Road interchange. It's now part of Interstate 376. It's interesting how various modes of transportation influence one another, and that's certainly the case with this road. When the Air Force was going to hand over control of the airport to the county after World War II, it was determined that a better road would be needed to support all the traffic to and from the airport.
Make the goodbye harder still. Oh, very young, what will you leave us this time? There'll never be a better.
But to understand how that came about, we have to go just a little bit further back in time. Air traffic was increasing in the 1920s. There were numerous private airports in the area, but in 1928, Allegheny County purchased a former steel slag dump to build its first public airport. So Allegheny County Airport opened 3 years later in 1931, to great fanfare, it looks like. The Art Deco look was designed by Stanley Roosh and Henry Hornbostel. But even though it was the third largest airport in the country when it was built, by the 1940s, partly due to increased air travel and partly due to the war effort, it was obvious a new facility would be needed. Many people believed that the old Allegheny County Airport in West Mifflin would just be expanded. Others thought a new airport would be built somewhere. But in November of 1941, it was decided that the county would purchase the Bell Farm in Moon Township and create a new airport there. And in 1944, plans began to transfer the new airfield from the Army to the county. It would be bigger than both LaGuardia and Washington airports, it was said. It would employ over 4,000 people and host over 1 million passengers a year. It became obvious that the roads in that area would need a major overhaul before the airport opened in 1952. The green and yellow line on this map shows the old way to get to Moon, while the blue line comes from Pittsburgh and the red line is the new parkway. These next pictures will give you some idea of what the local roads were like.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, and you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Same as it ever was. 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 Letting the days go by. Letting the water hold me down. Letting the days go by. Water flowing underground into the blue again. After the body's gone. Once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground. You may ask yourself, what is that beautiful house? You may ask yourself, where does that highway go to? And you may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by. Water flowing underground into the blue again. Into the silent water. Under the rocks and stones. There is water underground. Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by. Water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone. Once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Look where my hand was. Time isn't holding up. Time isn't after us. Same as it ever was. 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 Once in a
I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I'd have said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I've been on the right trail, but I must have used the wrong car. Head is in a bad place, and I wonder what's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. My head is in a bad place, but I'm having such a good time. I've been running, trying to catch hung up in my mind. Just got to give myself a good talking to this time. Just need a little brain salad surgery. Got to cure my insecurity. That I've been in the wrong place, but it must have been the right time. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong song. I've been in the right vein, but it seems like a wrong on. Cause I've been in the right world, but it seems like the wrong, 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 wrong. Slipping, dodging, sneaking, peeping, hiding out down the street. See my life shaking with every who I meet. Refried confusion is making itself clear. Wonder which way do I go to get on out of here? Cause I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time.
So in 1948, the Allegheny County decided to build a new airport parkway, beginning it from the terminus of the proposed Penn Lincoln Parkway coming out of Pittsburgh.
Hey, well, I'm a friendless stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car?
Besides rerouting Montour Run Creek a little bit, part of the project involved moving the mouth of McLaren Run Creek and the railroad bridge over it a few hundred feet to the west in order to build the bridge over the creek and the railroad. This is where the bridge used to be. And some of the more observant Montour Trail users might have noticed that flat piece of steel running under the girders. That was to keep the sulfur-laden steam from the steam engines from affecting the bridge.
In the shuffling madness of the locomotive breath runs the all-time loser headlong to his death. Oh, it feels the piston scraping, steam breaking on his brow. Old Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down.
When the Montour Railroad was still in operation, Briggs and Tarivas ran a railroad scrapyard where those office buildings now stand.
Stations one by one. His woman and his best friend in bed and having fun. Oh, he's crawling down the corridor on his hands and knees. Old Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down.
You can see the new channel for McLaren Creek in this picture below the new bridge.
He hears the silence howling, catches angels as they fall, and the all-time winner has got him by the balls. Oh, he picks up Gideon's Bible, open at page 1. I thank God he stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down. No, it could slow down. No way to slow down. No way to slow down. No way to slow down.
I hope you enjoyed this journey back in time. You can see more videos like this on the Time Travel with Tim channel on YouTube. Don't forget, drive safely out there.